doon sa lawyer namin. Bibigyan ko yung number mo para doon sa notarization. Ilagay nyo na. Good morning. Magandang umaga po sa ating pong mga bisita and welcome to the Season 2 or the 8th Joint Public Hearing of the Quadcom. On behalf of the Committee on Dangerous Drugs, the meeting is now called to order.
On behalf of the Committee on Public Order, this Quadcom is hereby called to order.
For the Committee on Human Rights, this Quadcom is called to order.
For the Committee on Public Accounts, this hearing is now called to order.
Thank you. Before we start, may we ask the committee secretary to please lead the committee in prayer and let us all rise.
Let us all place ourselves in the presence of our Lord Jesus Christ. We gather today, humbled in your presence, and ask for your guidance as we continue this important hearing of the Joint Committee. We come together, united by our shared commitment to justice, truth, accountability, and the welfare of our nation. We seek your wisdom as we address the complex issues before us, particularly those affected by extrajudicial killings, those who have lost their lives unjustly, their families who continue to bear the pain of their absence, and communities torn by fear and violence. May you bless our leaders, resource persons, and all who contribute to this hearing. Grant them the resolve to uphold transparency and accountability, and the fortitude to stand for truth and justice, even in the face of adversity. May their work be a reflection of our collective responsibility to create a society where every life is valued and human rights are protected. We pray for those who have been victims of violence, for their families and loved ones who continue to seek justice. Surround them with your peace and comfort, and may our efforts honor their memories and contribute to a future where no one lives in fear and every individual is free to pursue a life of dignity and safety. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng sinanganan, hanap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kislap ng wataw at mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng luwalhatit pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please be seated. The next part of the agenda is the roll call of members and the acknowledgement of resource persons. Any motion?
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Acop,
may I respectfully move that we dispense with the calling of the roll. So moved, Mr. Chair.
there is a motion.
Second.
There is a motion to suspend the calling of the roll and duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The next part of the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the meeting held last September 27, 2024. Any motion?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the minutes of the previous meeting, Mr. Chair. So moved.
Second.
There is a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes and approve the same. Duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Now, before we proceed with the next part of the agenda, please allow the chair to deliver his opening remarks for this committee hearing today. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. To the principal proponent of the Quadcom, Honorable Senior Deputy Speaker Aurelio Dong Gonzales, Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez, Co-Chairman and Vice Chair of the Quadcom, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the 8th meeting of this joint committee. Today, as we continue our journey of uncovering the truth and seeking justice for victims of human rights violations committed by some rogue and misguided elements of the police in the guise of implementing the war on drugs, we shall be hearing testimonies of some of the victims, members of their families, and other witnesses who will recount to us their horrible experience and retell their painful stories. This time around, without fear and with renewed hope that Quadcom may be the instrument to find their closures and the justice that has eluded them for years. Inspired by the Quadcom success in the Barayuga murder case, other victims have decided to come forward to help us tell the nation and the world the evil that they have experienced. So that, just like in the Nuremberg trials of World War II atrocities, these horrible acts may not happen again. Their perpetrators brought to justice and laws may be amended, introduced, and crafted to guarantee these ends. Sa ating mga kababayan, sa lahat ng dako ng daigdig, hindi po natutulog ang hustisya. Gagawin po namin ang lahat ng aming makakaya upang magampanan ang aming tungkulin bilang mga mambabatas. Ipaglalaban namin ang lahat ng ating mga karapatan. Karapatang mabuhay ng tahimik, walang takot, malaya at may dignidad. Sa lahat po ng aming ginagawa, wala kaming gustong sirain at wakasan kundi ang pang-aabuso sa kapangyarihan, ang pagmamalabis, ang pangluloko at pagsasamantala ng mga dayuhan, pagnanakaw sa kaban ng bayan, pananakot at pagpatay ng walang katwiran o pagsasaalang-alang sa karapatang pantao kapalit ng pangakong salapi, promosyon sa posisyon o pagbabalik sa serbisyo. Ang mga pangakong ito at pabuya ang sumira ng mga institusyon. Paninindigan, dangal, paniniwala sa Diyos, relihiyon, pagpapahalaga sa kapwa at sa halaga ng buhay sa mga pamilya at nagpatibay ng maling paniniwala ng mga sangkot sa karumal-dumal na krimeng ito na ang kanilang ginagawa ay tama at ang kanilang pabuyang natatanggap ay kanilang premyo sa pagsunod sa mga utos ng nakatataas. Isang matinding kanser ng lipunan ang nangyari. Marami sa mga sangkot ay nagkamal ng limpak-limpak na salapi na siya ngayon nilang ginagamit upang patuloy na takutin ang mga biktima na para bagang walang katapusang kasamaan ang hanggang ngayon ay namamayani at naghahari sa ating bayan. Ang ibang mga abogado na may sinumpaang tungkulin na maghanap ng hustisya ay naging mga biktima, kasangkapan at kasangkot sa pag-aalipusta sa ating bayan. Sa ngayon, ang Quadcom ay nahaharap sa mga pagsubok. Nais na mga ibang nasasangkot na supilin at patahimikin ang ating pandinig. Sa Korte Suprema, may mga aksyon na nakabinbin kung saan ay hiniling ng mga nasasangkot at mga dayuhan na ipatigil ang ating pandinig o alisan ng kapangyarihan ang kumiting ito na humiling ng mga dokumento at paliwanag mula sa mga taong ito. Para sa kaalaman ng lahat, mismo ang ating saligang batas ang nagbigay ng kapangyarihan sa Kongreso na mag-imbestiga upang bumalangkas na mga batas na magbibigay proteksyon sa mga mamamayan laban sa mga masasamang gawain gaya ng mga nakita at napatunayan natin sa mga nakalipas nating mga pagdinig. Habang patuloy sila sa pagtanggi na sila ay kumita ng limpak-limpak, Patuloy naman sila sa pagkuha ng serbisyo ng mga abogado na limpak-limpak din kung maningil. Paano nila nababayaran ang mga sangkatutak na abogadong ito? Sila na rin ang nagpapasinungaling sa kanilang mga sinabi rito. Mga minamahal naming mga kababayan, ano man po ang hadlang na itatapon sa amin, mananatili kaming tapat sa inyo. Makakaasa kayo na patuloy naming gagampanan ang aming tungkulin. Mananatiling bukas ang aming mga pintuan para sa inyo dito sa tinaguriang House of the People. We will continue to hear your stories, seek out justice and truth, and fight for your rights in the face of threats to suppress them. Together, we fight for dignity and honor. We can only craft protection if we know the truth. Those who violated our laws should be brought to justice. Salamat at magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. The next to deliver his opening remarks is our Chair of the Committee on Human Rights. Congressman Abante, you are recognized.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. My incredibly industrious co-chairs, our distinguished colleagues, resource persons and witnesses, mga kababayan, ang mga nanonood po ngayon na libu-libong mga kababayan natin dito po sa Quadcom hearing. Tayo po nagsimula na ng ating Season 2 ng hearing na ito. At ang panimula ay tungkol po sa extrajudicial killings. Today, we continue the important work of the Quad Committee in seeking justice for the countless lives that have been affected and lost due to the evils of pogos, illegal drugs, and extrajudicial killings. But before I continue, I would like to acknowledge the members of the Quad Committee who have returned to work despite the ongoing House break, a time when many of our colleagues are filing their certificates of candidacy. This hearing was originally scheduled for October 17, but we move it up because the House of Representatives recognizes that justice cannot wait. The urgency of our work is clear. Those responsible for the violence and suffering we have uncovered must be held accountable. We must continue to be resolute in our quest for justice. Kahit na po dapat kami ay nandun na sa aming mga distrito upang kami magpakilala bilang mga kandidato rin naman. Andito kami upang ipagpatuloy po natin ang ating tinatawag na quest for justice. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 21 verse number 15, and I quote, "It is joy to the just to do judgment, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity." Destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. End of quote. This passage, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, speaks of the righteous path of justice and the inevitable downfall of those who commit wrongdoing. It helps us to remember our duty in this committee to ensure that justice is served and that those responsible for violence, corruption, and extrajudicial killings will face the consequences of their actions. To all those who believe they can continue to evade the law, let me borrow the words of the late Mike Enriquez, "Hindi namin kayo tatantanan." Kaninang umaga, andun po kami sa bills and tawag doon, bills, records section. Kami po ay nag-file ng dalawang bill. Ito po ang House Bill number 10986 tungkol sa EJK at House Bill 10987 Anti-Offshore Gaming Operations Act. Upang sabihin sa ating mga taong bayan na ang Quad Committee ito ay concerned in aid of legislations. Pero gusto ko rin pong bigyan ng babala ang mga tao na siyang guilty sa mga krimen na ito pang Quad Committee ay pwede rin namin gamitin in aid of prosecution. During this short pause in our hearings, this representation could not stop thinking about the information we have unearthed. We have heard in these hearings shocking examples of unexplained wealth. Ito po'y binanggit na sa inyo ng ating Quad Committee Chairman. Houses that cost millions of pesos, businesses bought and owned by those living on government salaries. This reminds me of the line that appears at the beginning of the book by Mario Puzo, the Godfather, attributed to the Honoré de Balzac. The quote is, "Behind every great fortune, there is a crime." The crimes we are investigating, however, go far beyond mere financial gain. They have resulted in the loss of life. I cannot fathom how those who have enriched themselves at the cost of the suffering of others can live with themselves knowing that their fortunes are built on the blood of their fellow citizens. How they can live lavishly knowing that their money is blood money. Hindi po kami ang Quadcom ang maghihiganti rito, kundi ang sabi po ng ating Panginoon, "Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay." Gagamitin po ng Diyos ang ating mga korte, ang ahensya ng gobyerno, mga law enforcement agencies. Gagamitin po ng Diyos ang taong bayan upang makita po natin na ang mga taong gumawa ng mga krimen na ito ay hindi maaaring makatakas. To these people and to those still in hiding, like Attorney Harry Roque, I say this: have the courage to face the consequences of your actions. It is better to stand and be judged than to live in the shadow of your wrongdoings. Maniwala po kayo, justice will catch up to you sooner or later. It is not a matter of if, but when. As we have always said, the time of reckoning has come. Mga kababayan, the House of Representatives will not rest until those responsible for these heinous crimes are caught, tried, convicted, and punished. We owe this to the victims, their families, and to every citizen who believes in the rule of law. Nandito po ang ating mga kamag-anak ng ating mga biktima na sila po ay nag-travel pa sa malayong lugar mula Cebu upang pumarito. Hindi na po sila pumasok sa trabaho upang ideing po nila ang mga injustices na nangyari sa kanila. We will not stop there. We will also ensure that the suffering we have witnessed will not be repeated. We are committed to putting in place safeguards and laws that will prevent such tragedies from happening again. Hindi ito pwede maulit muli. Justice may sometimes be delayed, but it will not be denied. With resolve, we will continue this fight until justice is finally served. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Congressman Abante. The next to deliver his opening remarks is the Chair of the Committee on Public Accounts, Congressman Joseph Stephen Caraps Paduano. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Once again, I would like to submit my opening remarks to the COMSEC for record purposes. At the same time, Mr. Chairman, may I respectfully move that we defer discussion on admin matters and we'll discuss it in the later part of this hearing. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there is a motion to defer discussion of admin matters on the committee hearing duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Thank you, Congressman
Mr.
Paduano.
Chair.
The next is to deliver his opening remarks is Congressman Dan Fernandez, the Chair of the Committee on Public Order and Safety. You are recognized.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Since again, a long opening remarks was delivered by Chairman Abante, so I will not be delivering my opening remarks anymore, and I will be submitting it to the COMSEC for their perusal. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Before we proceed with the hearing proper, may we ask the committee secretary to please acknowledge the members present in our committee hearing today, as well as acknowledge the resource persons present. COMSEC?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. For this public hearing, we have with us the following congressmen and congresswomen. Representative Robert S. Barbers, Senior Deputy Speaker Aurelio Dong D. Gonzalez Jr., Representative Dan S. Fernandez, Representative Joseph Stephen Caraps S. Paduano, Representative Bienvenido M. Abante Jr., Representative Romeo M. Acop, Deputy Speaker David J.J. Suarez, Representative Francisco Paulo B. Ortega V, Representative Ambrosio Boy C. Cruz Jr., Representative Jose Arturo Jojo S. Garcia Jr., Representative Zia Alonto Adjong, Representative Raul Daniel A. Manuel, Representative Richard Gomez, DPA, Representative Emerson D. Pascual, Representative Franz S. Pomaren, Representative Franz L. Castro, Representative Joseph Jojo L. Lara, Representative Jervil Jinky Beatrix R. Luistro, Representative Arlene D. Brosas, Representative Lordan G. Suwan, Representative Salvador Plato, Representative Ramon Rodrigo Gutierrez, Representative Amparo Maria Zamora, Representative Jefferson F. Konghun, Representative Isabel Maria J. Zamora. For our resource persons, we have with us from the Commission on Human Rights, Commissioner Faida Domarpa and Director Gemma Paruhinog. From the Department of Justice, we have Attorney James S. Calona. From the Civil Service Commission, we have Attorney Christian Don G. Molina and Ms. Cheryl Maria M. Meloria. From the National Police Commission, we have the Vice Chairperson and CEO Alberto A. Bernardo, Director Chito Noel D. Bostonera, and Attorney Naylan Ley Gandeza. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Attorney Angelito Magno, the Assistant Director for Investigation, Attorney Ross Jonathan Galicia, Attorney Dennis Victor Asistio, Attorney Florendo Gamonac, and Attorney John Mark C. Santiago. From the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, we have Director General Moro Virgilio M. Lazo, Attorney Hill Pabilona, Director Imiterio Bitong, Attorney Francis Del Valle, and Director Wardley Hitalia and Colonel Rolando Magno. From the Philippine National Police, we have with us the Chief of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, Police Brigadier General Nicolas De Loso Torre III. And from the Drug Enforcement Agency, Police Brigadier General Eleazar Mata, Police Major General Sidney Hernia. From the Anti-Money Laundering Council, we have Attorney Adrian A. Arpon. Sydney, Ernia. From the non-government agencies, we have from the Center for International Law, we have Attorney Joel R. Butuyan. From the National Union of People's Lawyers, we have Attorney Neri J. Colmenares and Attorney Maria Cristina Conti, the Secretary General of NUPL NCR. We also have with us the NGO called Rise Up, represented by Diaconess Robilin Litao, the convener. We also invited the advocates, Father Manuel Noel Gatchalian, SVD. Also, we have invited the relatives of the victims of EJK. We have 35 here, but 5 are here present. From other government officials, we have the PNP. Major General Romeo Karamat is here. Police Colonel Lito E. Patay, Police Colonel Rolando Villela, Police Colonel Hector Grijaldo Jr., Police Colonel Serafin Pitalio, Police Colonel Marvin Marcos, Police Colonel Chuck Barandog, and his spouse, former Barangay Captain Yvonne Barandog, Senior Inspector Emil Garcia, and Corporal Junjun Obales and his wife. From the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, we have Attorney Analisa P. Insyong, Miss Cynthia Rigodo, Miss Agnes Ibera, and Miss Ejelet Shahar Awakay, and Mr. Larry Sidro. We also have the General Manager of PCSO, General Manager Mel Robles. Also present from the PCSO is Attorney Maria Katrina Contacto and Mr. Arnel Casas, the Vice Chairperson. Also from the PCSO, Attorney Eufrasio Fufugal Jr., Attorney Leia Christine Jimenez, Maria Cristina Gregorio, and Maria Teresita Carbonell. And former PCSO officials, we have Police General Anselmo Simeon Pinili, the former chairperson of PCSO. We also have with us former PNP official, Police Colonel Royina M. Garma, and Attorney Carol K. Paquera, the former Chief of Staff of Colonel Garma at PCSO. And other resource person, sir, we have with us the former Senator, Honorable Kit Tatad. And other congressmen who are here, Representative Crispin Gigo Ping Diaz Rimolla, Representative Ernesto Junicio Jr., and Representative George Bustos. That's all for now, Mr. Chair, Your Honors.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Here.
Yes, Congressman Kumari.
I would just like to ask the SecGen, all the invited resource speakers, they're all here.
No, sir, there are those who are not present, but those I read are here.
What's their reasons for not attending?
Mr. Chairman,
Comsec,
Mr. Chairman,
would you like to...
With the indulgence of the good Congressman.
Yes, with the indulgence of Congressman Pumarin. Yes, Congressman Paduano.
In my previous motion, I moved that all admin matters will be deferred now in the later part of the hearing. So all resource persons that is not present in today's hearing will be discussed on the later part of this hearing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman
I'd just
Abante.
like to find out if the resource persons or colonel like Colonel Patay, I'd like him to be recognized here, if he's here, and Colonel Barandong.
Okay,
Oh, they're there, okay. Thank
Colonel
you.
Patay and Lieutenant Colonel Barandog, can you please occupy the seats on the right side of the hall?
And Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, Congressman Fernandez.
Since we have invited all the resource persons all in one time, no? Can we possibly discuss the time that those resource persons will be invited, no? Kasi I think we have an issue with the issue of Espinosa, the issue of Leonardo, the issue of Garma. So what will be the priority issue that we have to tackle in order for the resource persons to be properly seated on the proper chairs?
Okay. For the information of the Honorable Dan Fernandez, the flow of our hearing for today is that we have a witness who has informed the committee, the Quadcom, that he was willing to testify before the Quad Committee. And as part of our requirements for all those who wants to speak before this committee is that first he should execute an affidavit, and second, he has to pass the vetting process that our legal team is conducting. In this case, for today's committee hearing, we have on the list Mr. Kerwin Espinosa. And then after Mr. Kerwin Espinosa, we will continue with our deliberations on the PCSO, where former GM Royina Garma will be invited to appear in this committee, as well as Colonel Edilberto Leonardo. So that is the flow, Your Honor, of our discussion for today.
So primarily yung pong muna kay Espinosa, and then after the issue of Garma and Leonardo.
That is correct. Yes,
Okay.
we're just. Can we ask the Secretariat to please provide the honorable members present today with copies of the sworn statement of the witness, so that they can start reading it and ask questions later on. So we also
Mr.
have.
Chair, are going to start, meron pang admin, no? Go ahead.
Chairman.
Yes, Congressman.
Mr. Chairman, again, the admin matters will be discussed later, and it was seconded and approved by this committee. Now, Mr. Chairman, since Colonel Patay is now in the front seat, may we request also if Colonel Grijaldo is present? Kindly take your seat. And si Colonel Pitalio, I've seen him. Please, occupy the vacant seat. Colonel Marcos, kindly occupy the seats. You can sit beside retired Colonel Leonardo. Colonel Bilela is present. Please kindly occupy the seats, vacant seats. A certain Senior Inspector Emil Garcia is present. Emil Garcia. Comsec, do you have a written reply or exist letter coming from Police Captain Emil Garcia? Please. Corporal Obales and the wife. Dito ba yung wife? Why? Corporal Obales, can the Have your seat, yeah. So your wife is not present today?
Yes, Your Honor,
Why?
wala po akong way para makakommunicate sa kanya, Your Honor. Naka-contempt po ako sa Quezon City Jail.
Oh, you cannot use your phone? There are schedules?
Wala po akong cellular phone, Your Honor.
Since your detention, wala kang cellular phone?
Wala po, wala po.
Okay. Now, Comsec, the wife of Corporal Obales received a copy of such invitation.
Sir, we sent the letter through the PNP.
O, PNP. Colonel Kunanan. Comsec, it was goes through to Colonel Kunanan.
To the Lola, sir. To the Lola.
Oh, Colonel Kunanan. Has the wife of Corporal Obales received the invitation? General Torre, napadala niyo pa yung invitation doon kay Mrs. Obales?
Your Honor, sir.
I'm asking with regards to the invitation for
Yes,
the
sir.
wife of Corporal Obales.
Can I approach the chair? Can I approach the Your Honor for?
Oh, please, please, please.
Mr. Chair, sorry to interrupt. Mr. Chairman, sorry to interrupt. I think
Yes,
the question was,
Congressman Diong.
yes, I think the question was asked. It's very simple, whether an invitation was extended to a particular invitee that we would like to have in this committee hearing. But I believe there's a silent exchanges between and among the invitees and Congressman Karaps Paduano. Is this information classified? Is this not supposed to be shared publicly? Because we're waiting for the response of the question of Congressman Paduano. If it's classified, we do totally understand.
No, the invitations that we sent to our resource persons, such as Ms. Uballes, apparently has not been sent to her yet. No?
Okay.
Because I think there are conflicts in the address that was given. And invitations were sent, I think, to the old address. But that's why we're getting some clarification from General Torre as to the location of Ms. Uballes.
The address. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. At least that's on record.
1 minute suspension.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me proceed while waiting for the presence of Mr. Kerwin Espinosa, Mr. Chairman. May I move that we open once again discussion on admin matters?
Okay, please
Mr. Chair.
proceed, Congressman Paduano.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The PNP was ordered to, based on the statement coming from Colonel Espinido with regards to the list of police generals and other PNP who received money from Kerwin Espinosa Group. The reply of the PNP, Mr. Chairman, is they don't have the list, and it's Colonel Espinido should submit that list to us, since he was the one telling that during the previous hearing, Mr. Chairman. Now, question of the excuse, the veracity of information with regards to the letter of Attorney Roque is scheduled in Singapore. Until now, wala pong reply. So, COMSEC is directed to once again follow up such reply documents.
Comsec, you are directed to comply.
And the Siokos order was issued to Catherine Cassandra Ong, all Cassandra Ong, with regards to copy of real property tax of Whirlwind, copy of deed of sale of Lucky South to Mr. Cheng, contract of lease between Cassandra Ong and Lucky South, and copy of construction agreement and building plans of the Lucky South 99 and Whirlwind. Until now, it was issued, we issued the Siokos order until now. Cassandra Ong has submitted. That's why, Mr. Chairman, I move to issue a subpoena dosis tecum with regards to the mentioned documents. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to issue subpoena duces tecum on the documents being required of Cassandra Ong. And it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Chairman, to the PDEA,
Please take note.
they were directed last hearing that study of the origin of drug list, and the reply of PDEA for the first, second, and third list ongoing in study. Is it correct, DG Lasso?
We are done with the study, Your Honor.
You have done. So can you submit it by today or before the next hearing?
We are ready to present it today, Your Honor.
You're present. Okay. Now, please, DG, if you cannot present it today, please submit na lang po a copy, no, to the COMSEC.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Now, with regards to NBI, they were directed to conduct a thorough investigation and submit a report of the deaths of 3 Chinese nationals. Ito po yung sa Dapicol. And the investigation of the NBI is still ongoing. Is it confirmed?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Timeline po tayo. When will be that reinvestigation ends?
I will check with the investigating team, and I will
Please.
give the answer within the day, Your Honor.
Thank you. COMSEC, please take note the commitment of the NBI that they will submit today the final timeline, no, with regards to that topic. Again, on Attorney Roque, until now, no compliance with regards to the omnibus motion that he cannot attend the judge hearing because of his medical condition. This refers to the wife of Harry Roque. And as far as I remember, during the last hearing, we issue a subpoena ad testificandum to the wife of Attorney Harry Roque. COMSEC, what's the latest? Have we received any letter reply coming from Ms. Roque?
None yet, Your Honor.
Is it correct also that last hearing we issue a subpoena ad testificandum to Ms. Roque?
I believe so, Your Honor.
So with that, Mr. Chairman, since we have given Ms. Roque the due process with regards to supposedly her presence in the hearing, I move to cite in contempt Ms. Harry Roque, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Just a clarification. Did you say Miss Harry Roque?
Yeah, Miss, the wife of Harry Roque.
Myla Roque.
Myla Roque.
Okay. Thank you. There is a motion to cite in contempt Mrs. Myla Roque for her failure to appear for the third time before this committee. And it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. We are now citing Ms. Myla Roque in contempt. Comsec, please take note. Okay. Please proceed, Congressman Paduano.
I need the second motion from the good Congressman Akop.
Congressman Akop, you are recognized. The second motion, for the second motion. We can...
May I respectfully move, Mr. Chair, that because Madam Milo Roque has been cited in contempt by this committee, may I move that we also issue an arrest order insofar as the person of Ms. Milo Roque is concerned. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion to
Second.
issue an arrest order to Mrs. Myla Roque in relation to the contempt order by this committee, and it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Congressman Paduano,
Thank you,
please
Mr.
proceed.
Chairman. Again, a subpoena ad testificandum was issued to PSMS Jeremy kausapin during the last hearing, and until now, he is not present in today's hearing. That's why, Mr. Chairman, I move that we cite in contempt PSMS Jeremy kausapin alias Tox in violation of our internal rules for not attending the hearing of this committee. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to cite in contempt PSMS Jerry Kausapin or alias Tox for violating Section 11 of the Rules of Procedure Governing Inquiries in Aid of Legislation of the House of Representatives, and it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. So, Comsec, please take note that PSMS Kausapin alias Tox is now cited in contempt.
And also move, Mr. Chairman, that the SAA will coordinate with the PNP, particularly to General Torre of the CIDG, Mr. Chairman. So move.
Please, Comsec, please coordinate with the Office of the Sergeant at Arms in order that they will have a coordination with the Philippine National Police to effect the arrest of Ms. PSMS Jerry Kausapin. Comsec, you are ordered. Congressman
Thank you,
Paduano.
Mr. Chairman. Let me proceed with the NBI. Verified authenticity of Ms. Cassandra Ong's signature reapplication of Crestir Games International Incorporated at PAGCOR. What's the latest, NBI?
We have already sent communications with the respective agencies for the production of the original signature and the question document. Mr. Chair.
Timeline po. Kailan kaya pwede?
I will submit again the timeline within the day, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you. Now, to AMLAC, check if the transaction on Ms. Alice Go and Alpha Lounge in Baguio was consummated. Include the video account in the cases filed against Ms. Go. Have you, AMLAC, is AMLAC present? Please take a seat.
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of Congressman Paduano, because this is closely related to the request of, I think, the manifestation, the question of Congressman Paduano to NBI with regards to the signature of Cassandra Ong. Mr. Chair, last meeting I requested NBI to do a forensic analysis of the signatures. Have they already?
Kaya nga eh. Kaya nga ang sagot nila is they will submit the timeline within today because they are still coordinating with other agencies.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
AMLAC, please proceed.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
with your indulgence, with regards to admin matters, since some guests were invited, like Kerwin Espinosa, Colonel Marcos is here. Did we also invite Lieutenant Colonel Jovis Penido?
Yes, we invited Colonel Espinido. However, he asked the committee to be excused for some family and personal activities that he has to attend to.
Because when we talk about Albuera and Mr. Espinosa, I think Espinido and Marcos and Espinosa and the Lieutenant Colonel Espinido are correlated in issues.
Yes, I agree, Congressman Gomez. But we will make sure that in the subsequent hearings of the Quadcom in relation to EJK, he will be present in our next hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Congressman Paduano, please
Yes,
proceed.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the PAOK, names of 3 illegal pogos in Quezon City. PAOK. Is PAOK present? Wala. Comsec, Mr. Chairman, we will direct Comsec to follow up this with the PAOK, and a reply should be given to us within the day. And please check if they can attend in this hearing. Now, next is for the MIG in the armed forces. As CCTV footages recovered at Pogo Hub at Bambantarlac. PNP Lola, ano na pong balita dito? Yung CCTV footages from the MIG and AFP. The anti-cybercrime group in the PNP, can you explain? Nandito ba sila? Yung rep ng ACG, saan ba? Nandito ba? Wala. Oh. Oh, ACG, please explain on record why you cannot produce that CCTV footage.
Good morning, sir. Sa ngayon po, meron kaming tatlong
Please identify yourself.
Police Major Evangeline Himiniano, sir, from Regional Anti-Cybercrime Unit 3, Assistant Chief of RACO 3, sir. As of now, sir, we have 3 CCTV turned over by the CIDG IOC, sir.
It was just turnover, so
Yes, sir. Hindi pa po namin napo-forensic, sir, because we will still waiting for the investigator of the case, sir, for the evaluation and identification, sir.
timeline tayo. Kailan matapos yung ano nyo?
Depende po, sir, sa availability po ng investigator natin, sir.
Hindi. Sinong investigator are you referring to? Ano?
PSMS Castro, sir.
PNP pala. You talk to him. And you submit the timeline within today.
Yes, sir, Honor.
Kung kailan matapos.
Yes, po,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, hindi dapat yung based on the availability of the hindi dapat ganun. I think they need to set a date and it's required of them to produce these CCTV clips to the committee. So I don't think it should be subject to the availability of the one that will be doing the assessment and examination. So I think we need to request them to make this guy available to do the examination and the assessment of these video clips, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Your Honor, as soon as possible po.
Thank you. Anyway, let me proceed, Mr. Chairman, to the PRA. Reclamation permit issued to Mr. Maestro Rental Sand and Gravel Corporation owned by Mr. Tony Yang. This was requested by Chairman Dan Fernandez. Oh, yung PRA nandito ba? Wala dito? Oh, anyway, please follow up and report to this committee COMSEC within the day. Within the day po. Then for the PSSLI, records of accounts under the name of Police Colonel Garma for follow-up. Nandito ba yung PSS? For the information of the members of this committee and to the lead chair, we have received a copy of a reply letter coming from Police Major General Lucas Managilod, retired, Chairman and CEO. And in this letter, let me read na lang, Mr. Chairman, portion of it. Under Section 6 of the Revised Non-Stock Savings and Loan Association Act of 1997, or RA number 8367, inquiry into or disclosure deposits of whatever nature is expressly prohibited unless it meets specific exceptions. These deposits are considered as of one absolutely confidential nature and may not be examined, inquired or looked into by any person, government official, bureau of office. None of the exemption mentioned in the law appears contained in this instance. To wit, written permission to the depositor in cases of impeachment, upon order of the competent court in cases of bribery or the dereliction of duty of public officials, or in cases where the money deposited and invested is the subject matter of litigation. The law further provides that any official or employee of an association who violates Section 6 thereof shall be punished under Republic Act number 1405 or the Bank Secrecy Law. So, Mr. Chairman, the gist of this reply is all about the Bank Secrecy Law, Republic Act number 1405. So, AMLAC, Comsec, is AMLAC present? AMLAC. Are you familiar with this document being requested? Are you present during the previous hearing?
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, we were present, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Chairman, we will just consult. I think we have to expedite the discussion on admin matters. I'd rather suggest that we submit this to the AMLAC for further study, Mr. Chairman, and direct the COMSEC to follow up for the reply of AMLAC with regards to this issue and letter from PSS Lai. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We'll do so with dispatch, Your Honor.
Okay. Ay, photocopy na. Pa-photocopy, tapos bigyan sila. LRA is present. LRA, COMSEC, they were not invited. Anyway, for you to follow up na lang, all land titles under the name of Antonio M. Lim Aka Tonyang. Please follow up na lang po and report to this committee within the day. And also to the PNP Special Investigation Task Group, SITG, CIDG. Andito naman po si General Torre. Jen, you were ordered to submit records of investigation on the ambush of former PCSO Board Secretary Attorney Wesley Barayoga. They have submitted na. Today. Just today. Oh, ba't nakalagay dito follow-up pa? Follow-up. Anyway, Jen, you have already submitted. And please, pag may mga ano pa, may mga supplementary documents, pakipadala na lang po with regards to Wesley Barayoga case.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, I have with me today, sir, the whole case folder ready to be submitted to the National Prosecution Service upon the signature of any private complainant, sir. That could be Mrs. Barayoga, but we are still coordinating with her, considering that her location is still, I will not disclose the current location, sir. We're in talks with her, and upon signature, sir, we'll already file the case with the National Prosecution Service.
Thank you. Kindly update na lang this committee with regards to all those, no?
Yes, sir.
With the cases, no?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, for the DOJ and NBI, to conduct and submit the Joint Committee on Intensive Investigation on the ambush. Ito related din kay General Barayoga. NBI?
Yes, sir. In fact, we have taken the statements of the alleged the Major Senti, and we are coordinating also with the CIDG, and I think the DOJ has called for a meeting with regards to this case, Mr. Chair.
So, paki-update na lang, no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Please update this committee through the COMSEC na lang po. Thank you.
Yes.
Now, with regards to the pictures, no, on the money changer in which Police Captain Anuba was referring to during the previous hearing, pictures was already submitted. Correct, Comset. Yeah. Anyway, if you have time, Mr. Chairman, we'll just show it in today's hearing. Now, and lastly, Mr. Chairman, COMSEC is directed to coordinate with Okada with regards to the slot machine winning worth of 1 million of Tony Yang on September 17, 2024. COMSEC, what's the status?
Sir, I still have to schedule the visit to Okada.
You still have to?
I still have to schedule my visit to Okada, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir.
As of now, that's all, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Paduano. Before we proceed, let me acknowledge the presence of our former Congressman Honorable Antonio Tino and Honorable Ariel Casilao, who is also present, and Father Joel Saballa, Father Joselito Sarabia, and Father Christian Sambahon. Welcome to the committee hearing of the Quadcom. Yes, Congressman Abante.
We shall now be starting to interpolate, no? So I would like now to call on Mr. Kerwin Espinosa to appear before this committee so that he can be asked questions concerning Mr. Chair, he also submitted to us itong sinumpaang salaysay. So we would like to ask him to just tell us his story, no, to this committee before any questions can be asked. So may I now please call Mr. Kerwin Espinosa.
Okay, Paige, paki-assist mo nga, paki-dala dito si Mr. Kerwin Espinosa.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
nakaligtaan ko lang po. While waiting for the presence of Kerwin Espinosa, let me ask Mr. Chairman if nandito naman po si Colonel Bilila. Your wife was invited in today's hearing. Is she present?
As agreed, Your Honor, isubmit ko yung mga requirements. Hindi na siya pupunta, Your Honor. Nagbabantay ng mga bata.
So you have submitted now
Yes, Your Honor.
to the COMSEC?
Yes, Your Honor.
COMSEC, do you confirm that Colonel Bilila submitted all the documents being required to him?
Yes, sir.
Kailan na po?
Today, he submitted the SALN and other documents. The bank waiver he already signed last time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. But of course, Colonel Bilila, we have committed to you with regards to that. But of course, we have to check first now. And if we are satisfied with regards to documents you have submitted to this committee, so we might not as well invite your wife in the next hearing. But of course, if we have still questions with regards to that documents to you, we might invite her again in the next hearing. Tingnan na po natin.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you din po. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Paduano. Paige, can you please, siguro si Colonel Barandog, si Colonel Patay, si Colonel Grijaldo, si Colonel Petalio, can you just please occupy the seats on the right side while we ask first si Mr. Kerwin Espinosa to take the seat. In the meantime, lunch will be served. This will be a working lunch. So, Paige, can you also provide copies of the affidavit executed by Mr. Kerwin Espinosa sa lahat po ng ating mga membro ng committee ito?
Again, Mr. Chairman, with the indulgence of the members and the chair, since we're still waiting for Kerwin, may nakaligtaan na po. This is so important, as important as to the matters being discussed a while ago. Mr. Chairman, to the CIDG, General Torre, may I ask what's the status of the arrest order for Mr. Roy Gomez, Eddie Young, and the Pangilinan spouses?
Thank you, sir. I have with me here the records for the implementation of the contempt order for A.D. Young, Roy Gomez, and the Pangilinan spouses. May mga latest kami, sir, na we are still on tracking these people, sir. No excuses, sir, but we haven't found them yet. However, the last effort that we had is we had conducted records check on their various businesses and possible locations. Rest assured, sir, the CIDG is doing all its doing all the efforts and pouring in resources for the arrest of these people. And maybe within a week or two, sir, I can give you updates again, sir. I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation if you want to see that, sir.
Please submit na lang po now
Yes, sir.
for our records. Then,
Thank you, sir.
if we just an advice, General Torre, kindly coordinate with DFA and BI with regards to the status of Eddie Young and the Pangilinan spouses. Kasi yung Pangilinan spouses is in the US and Eddie Young until now, BI as of siguro 2 months ago, wala pong record that Eddie Young has left the country using Filipino passport and a Chinese passport. Now, please.
Sir, I'll approach the Benz later on, sir, and I'll show you the latest. That on the Filipino name, there's no hit, but on the Chinese name, sir, we have a hit from the Bureau of Immigration.
Kindly submit na lang po.
Yes, sir.
Mamaya.
Will do.
Now, next
Thank
is
you, sir.
to AMLAC now. We have with us the audit report now of the COA with regards to the 79.5 million. AMLAC, please take note of this now. Concerning the 79.5 million peso purchase of lands, doon sa Mexico, Pampanga, this is a case being investigated by my committee, Public Accounts, that was referred to the Quadcom na. And there is now a pending case in the Ombudsman. And we need your action with regards to the freezing of asset of on all those names that was involved in this particular case, and the official case is already in Ombudsman. So kindly check on this, and please, lalo na po ngayon, mag-election, pogo money, drug money might be used. So kindly, and update this committee, no, with regards to this. I will give you, in a while, the copy of the Ombudsman case po, para you have to take action on that. Thank you po. COMSEC is directed to please give a copy of such document to the AMLAC.
Congressman Paduano, you still have more...
Last na lang po to. A question of properties, PAOK AMLAC. Just to remind AMLAC and PAOK, COMSEC, please communicate with PAOK with regards to this. Kasi po, may request na po yung committee natin with regards to asset preservation order. Doon po sa mga properties ni Eddie Yang, Willie Ong, Mexico 999, Yata Industrial Park, which involve hundreds and thousands of hectares of lands. And until now, AMLAC and PAOK has not yet updated with regards to this. And we need the update of such action for an asset preservation order, maybe before the next hearing. Please update us. And please coordinate with PAOK with regards to this.
We will, Your Honor.
Please, kasi dalawang buwan na to. Until now, we have not heard about the action being undertaken by PAOK and AMLAC. And update this committee before the next hearing.
We will, Your Honor.
Kasama rin po yung San Simon, in San Simon, Pampanga. Please take note of this. And COMSEC, kindly give all the listed properties, no, to AMLAC. Again, once again. Kasi nandun po sa is the Golden Sun 999, doon sa San Simon, Pampanga, which is owned by Eddie Yang and Willie Ong, all Chinese nationals. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all.
Mr. Chair, shall we start?
Yes, we can already. We have already the witness before the committee. But before that, may we ask the committee secretary to please administer the oath of all those present today who attended for the first time. COMSEC.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to request everyone, those who attended for the first time, please stand. Yes, even the police officers who attended this hearing for the first time, maybe General Torre also. Okay. Please
Sandali
raise
po.
your...
Pati yung mga police officers that was mentioned by this representation a while ago, which has not taken their oath. Colonel Marcos, you have taken your... Colonel Pitaliano.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this public inquiry, so help you God? Sir?
Yes po.
Thank you. Sir, the oath has been administered. Thank you.
Okay, salamat COMSEC, at you may all take your seats now. Now we will proceed with the committee hearing proper. COMSEC, have we distributed copies of the affidavit of Mr. Espinosa sa ating mga members?
Still being reproduced, sir.
Okay, so since we're still waiting for the copies to be distributed, Mr. Espinosa, ikaw ba ay may kasamang abogado?
Yes po, Your Honor.
May I know who are the counsel of Mr. Kerwin Espinosa? Can you please enter your appearance before the committee?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, Your Honors. Counsel for Roland Kerwin Espinosa, I am Attorney Mark Antonite, respectfully appearing, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and the Honorable Committee. Attorney Raymond P. Palad, appearing as counsel for Roland Espinosa. Good morning po.
Thank you, Attorney. So, okay, so let us proceed. Siguro, pwede bang umpisahan mo, Mr. Espinosa, kung ano ba ang yung pakay? Ano ba yung motibo kung bakit nandirito ka? At ikaw ay nagbigay ng sinumpaang salaysay sa committee ito.
Ako po ay humihingi, Mr. Chair, sa opening statement ko na ginawa ko kagabi.
Meron ka bang opening statement? Mahaba ba yan o maiksi?
Maiksi lang to, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. Please proceed. We will allow you to read your opening statement at pagkatapos po niyan, tayo po ay magtatanong. Yes, please proceed.
Salamat po. Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Members of the Quadcom, magandang araw po. Una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat po ako sa kagalang-galang na Quadcom sa inyong imbitasyon sa akin. Nagagalak ako na mabigyan ninyo ako ng pagkakataon na makatulong sa inyong mga layunin. Kagaya ninyo po, gusto ko rin mabigyan ng kasagutan at hustisya ang mga nangyaring extrajudicial killing or EJK na nangyari noong nakaraang administrasyon. At kagaya ng marami, naging resource person ako. Ang aking ama at ang aking buong pamilya ay naging biktima ng EJK. Masakit po para sa akin, sa amin na kabulastugan po ng aking kumalas na napakaraming inosenteng buhay. Ang ama ko po ay mabuting magsilbi sa aming mahal na lungsod ng Albuera. Ngunit ang kanyang mga magandang layunin ay hindi nagkaroon at kasatuparan dahil pinatay po siya. Kami sa pamilya namin at ang buong pamilya ng Albuera ay humingi ng hustisya sa nangyari sa kanyang pagkamatay. Naging biktima siya sa EJK. Sana po sa pagpunta ko dito ay makatulong po ako na matuldukan na ang isyong EJK at mapanagot ang mga dapat managot. Matagal na po ang panahon na amin hinihintay at alam ko ang aking ama saan man siya ngayon at sumasalangit po siya, naghihintay din ng katarungan at humihingi din po ng tulong niyo. Salamat po ulit sa pagkakataong nakadalo sa pagtitipon na ito, naway makakamit namin at atin lahat ang katarungan at katotohanan sa napakasamang extrajudicial killings na nangyari sa ating bansa sa nakaraang administrasyon. Magandang araw po. Maraming salamat.
Okay. Are you going to read your yung sinumpang salaysay?
Hindi na po. Sasabihin ko na lang po.
We have heard the opening remarks of Kerwin Espinosa. So we'll be starting the questions. Who will be the
Chairman Dan?
Yes.
To
to our resource person, Mr. Espinosa, other than the opening remarks na binanggit mo, meron ako nakikitang sinumpang salaysay na pirmado mo. Imbis na basahin mo po ito, okay lang po ba na maikwento mo sa amin yung naging karanasan mo at ang nangyari sa inyong buhay?
Okay lang po.
Mr. Chairman, before we proceed with the query,
Yes.
because I think I just received this affidavit, no? And I'll be asking if the members have already have the copy of this. And siguro better for him to read the 4 pages affidavit, or are we going to allow him to have an executive summary about this?
With the indulgence of Congressman Dan Fernandez, I think it will be better if our resource persons naturally just narrate kung ano po ang ipinagdaanan niya. And I'm sure yun din naman po ang magiging, ang affidavit niya yung magiging base ng kwento niya. So, Mr. Chair?
I submit on that, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Sige, tuloy-tuloy ka lang, Mr. Espinosa.
Ito po ang mga nangyari sa amin at sa pamilya ko. Noong June 2016, nagbakasyon kami, kasama ko ang aking pamilya at ang mga anak. Nagpunta kami ng Malaysia para magbakasyon. At sa plano ko na manirahan na doon sa ibang bansa at maghanap ng trabaho. Nabalitaan ko na lang habang nandoon ako sa Malaysia, mga last month of July, nabalitaan ko na lang yung papa ko napasama sa narco-list ng ating Pangulo na si Rodrigo Roar Duterte. Nagkaroon sila ng meeting sa kanyang mga abogado noong July at nagresulta na pumunta sila sa krami hindi para sumurrender. Nagpunta sila ng krami para humingi ng tulong kay General Bato na ngayon ay senador na po. At habang nandoon sila sa krami, sinabihan siya na tawagan mo ang iyong anak para pauwiin dito sa bansa. Para sumurrender din. Kasi kasali sa listahan ang anak mo. Na mas mabuti, umuwi siya para maligtas. Pero sa totoo lang, habang nandoon ako sa ibang bansa, hindi sinabi ng papa ko, ng daddy ko, na nag-uusap kami sa telepono. Ang sabi niya sa akin, huwag kang umuwi dito sa Pilipinas. Bahala na daw na siya ang mamatay kaysa ako. Kasi naramdaman niya na may ibang plano at may masamang mangyari sa amin. Kaya doon siya tumira sa White House, sa tinitirahan ni General Bato. Noong Agosto siya pumunta doon. Pinauwi siya base sa kanyang tawag sa akin, pinauwi siya August 10. Nung umuwi siya, dumiretso na siya doon sa police station ng Albuera. Hindi na siya umuwi sa aming bahay. Habang nandoon siya, nagdaan ang mga ilang araw, may lumabas na search warrant doon sa bahay ng ancestral house namin. At yun, sinerve ang warrant, nawala siya doon, at sinerve ang warrant, wala din ako kasi nandoon ako sa ibang bansa. Nung sinerve ang warrant, may nakuha daw, may nakita silang droga na 11 kilos at mga baril at pangpasabog. Kaya yun ang dahilan na napailan kami ng kaso. Nung napailan kami ng kaso, yun ang dahilan kung bakit inilipat siya sa provincial jail ng Baybay, Leyte. At ako naman, nahuli, ako naman may warrant of arrest na. Sabi niya, Dong, hanggat maaari, wag ka nang magpakita at wag kang umuwi dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi iba talaga ang pakiramdam ko. Baka isa sa atin ang mamatay. Kasi marami ng patayan na nangyari dito sa Pilipinas. So umiyak yung papa ko sa aming pag-uusap. Umiyak siya na nakikiusap, huwag mong pabayaan ang mga anak mo kung sakali may mangyaring masama sa ating dalawa. Umuwi na siya doon sa police station ng Albuera, month of August ba yun? So, lumabas yung warrant of arrest niya, yun ang dahilan kung bakit na-transfer siya sa Baybay. Habang nandun siya sa Baybay, nag-file ang kanyang mga abogado na magpa-custody siya sa police station ng Albuera. Habang hinahantay niya ang motion niya sa court, may lumabas na naman na SW sa kanya. Lumabas ang SW na search warrant doon sa provincial jail ng Baybay. Sinerve sa kanya ang warrant. Nung pumasok ang mga pulis, pina-face the wall ang mga lahat ng bantay sa provincial jail. Pinuntahan ang CCTV hard drive, kinuha. Pinatay ang kamera. Kinuha ang susi ng kanyang selda. At pumasok na ang mga pulis sa kanyang selda. Narinig ng mga kasamahan niya doon sa loob ng kulungan na nagmamakaawa ang aking ama na, Sir, huwag niyo po akong patayin. Pero hindi binaliwala lang ang sinabi ng papa ko, pinutukan pa rin siya. May kasamahan siya doon sa loob ng selda na si Raul Yap. Tumulong sa kanya nung natamaan na. Yumakap sa ama ko, pero sinali din pagbaril si Raul Yap. Sa panahon na yon, dalawang patay sa loob ng provincial jail ng Baybay. So, tinawagan na lang ako. Tinawagan ako ng kapatid ko na nagbalita na patay na daw ang papa ko. So, nandoon ako sa ibang bansa, nahuli ako October 17, sa month of October, nahuli ako ng CID police ng Abu Dhabi. At nagtanong ako, ba't niyo ako hinuli? Ang sabi niya, ang sagot sa akin, may problema daw ako sa aking bansa. So, dinala nila ako. At tinurn-over ako sa Interpol ng Abu Dhabi. So doon, nagtanong naman ako ulit, ba't niyo ako hinuli? Ang sinabi naman, may problema ka sa Pilipinas. So, wala akong komunikasyon doon. At kinabukasan, nilipat ako sa Al-Watba, Abu Dhabi Jail. So, nung nalipat ako, nagkaroon ako ng tsansa na makagamit ng telepono. Kasi ang telepono doon para sa lahat ng mga nakakulong. Tumawag ako dito sa Pilipinas sa aking kapatid. Nagtatanong ako, kailan ilibing ang papa ko, ang papa natin? Sabi ng kapatid ko, iburol natin si daddy. Isang buwan siyang nakaburol kasi hintayin pa yung mga kapatid niya na nandoon sa ibang bansa. So tuliro ako sa panahon na yon. Gumawa ako ng request na ibalik ako dito sa Pilipinas para harapin ang problema. So, nabalik ako dito sa Pilipinas November 17. November 17. So, dumating ako ng around 11 p.m. or more or less. Sinundo ako ng mga kapulisan dito sa atin. Ang sumundo sa akin, si General Bato. Inakbayan niya ako papunta sa sasakyan na Land Cruiser na puti na bulletproof. Nung sumakay na kaming lahat, si General Bato nasa front seat, ako ay nasa likod. Pinagitnaan ako ng dalawang mga pulis. At sinabihan niya ako na aminin mo nasangkot ka sa kalakaran sa droga dito sa Pilipinas. At idawit ko si Peter Lim. Idawit ko si Peter Lim at si Delima para madiin na sila. Kapag hindi raw ako sumunod sa plano, pwedeng mangyari sa akin ang nangyari sa ama ko o isa sa mga pamilya ko ang mamatay din. So, nanginig ako sa panahon na yon. Hindi ko alam kung ano ang aking gagawin. Yan po ay totoo. Hindi gawa-gawa to. Habang papunta kami sa Krami, pagdating ko doon, ang daming media. Nag-fingerprint ako dahil sa warrant na sinerve nila sa akin. Maya-maya, nagpa-press con siya at ang mga kapulisan. Sinali ako. Tinuruan ako na humingi sa publiko ng tawad sa aking pagbibenta raw ng droga at humingi ng tawad kay Presidente Duterte. So ginawa ko, humingi ako ng tawad kay Presidente Duterte na bigyan ako ng pagkakataon na magbago. At sinabi ko pa noon, humanda kayo mga kasali sa droga, sa kalakaran ng droga sa Pilipinas. Hindi ko inano yung pangalan pa ni Ma'am Laila noon eh. Abangan nyo, sasabihin ko, yun ang pagkasabi ko sa press con. Abangan nyo, isiwalat ko lahat ng mga involved dito sa droga sa Pilipinas sa aking nalalaman. So naputol na yon kasi pinahinto ako na magsalita. Binalik ako sa EIDG, sa opisina ng EIDG kasi doon ako nakadetain. After 2 days, binalikan ako ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Kinausap ako tungkol sa footage ng CCTV sa Celan Hotel. Ang hotel na yon ay pagmamay-ari ng pamilyang Espinosa. Nung hinanap niya ang hard drive, sabi ko, nandoon kay Juby Espinido. Siya ang kumuha. Pumasok dito, sabi ng mga empleyado. Nung binanggit ko na si Juby Espinido ang may hawak, denial niya si Juby Espinido at naka-loudspeak ang cellphone niya. May cellphone siyang dala eh. Naka-loudspeak at denial namin si Juby Espinido. At pagsagot ni Juby Espinido, ang bungad niya na sagot, "Sir, good morning po, sir." Sinabi ni si Bato, "Juby, sabi ni Kerwin at sa mga empleyado ng hotel, nasa iyo daw yung hard drive." Inamin naman ni Espinido, "Oo sir, nandito sa akin. Nandito lang sa station." Kaya request ni Bato na ipadala sa Krami sa opisina ng EIDG. At yun, pinakausap ako ni Sir Bato, ni Espinido, at sabi sa akin, "Kerwin, kailangan mong sumunod sa plano. Basta hindi ka sumunod, basta di ko musunod ko no, ang nahitabo sa akong amahan, maosay mahitabo kanako. Kung dili ako ang mamatay, usa sa ako ang pamilya ang mamatay. Ako, nisunod ko ninyo, sir. Maway akong tubag." At sinabi ni Espinido, alam ni sir, kasi siya ang may utos sa akin na gagawin ko to sa inyong pamilya. So sabi naman ni Bato, "Kerwin, para magkaintindihan tayo at para walang mangyari na masama sa iyo o sa pamilya mo o sa membro ng pamilya mo, sumunod ka na lang sa plano." Tapos ang tanong ako, "Sir, anong plano po ba?" Yung sagot ni Sir Bato, yung plano na idiin si Peter Lim at si Delima na kasali sa droga. Supplier si Peter Lim, isa sa supplier ng droga si Peter Lim dito sa Pilipinas, at si Ma'am Laila, protector sa mga illegalista sa nagbebenta ng droga. Kung walang problema po yun, sir, gagawin ko yun. Tapos may isiningit na pangalan siya. Sinama pa ni Bato si Lovely Impal, Peter Ko, Peter Lim, Ching Biloso, General Luot, at nitingog si Juby. Nitingog si Juby na isali daw si Congressman Richard. Inko ni Juby, mahirap yung pinagawa mo, Sir Job. Alam naman natin na malinis si Congressman Richard. Si Richard Gomez. Basta isali mo lang. Pero nag-ano si Bato, basta ang siguraduhin mo lang, di ba na ano yung pangalan mo, kung yung sa dinawit sa testimony sa affidavit doon sa Senado. Sinabi ko na hindi kasali, huwag niyang gawa ng problema. Kasi parang may ano siya parang may galit siya noon kay Congressman Richard. Kaya sinali niya, pero walang katotohanan naman yun. At hindi nasali nung nag-testify ako sa Senado. Ang nasali lang si Ching Biloso, si General Luot, Lovely Impal, Peter Ko, Peter Lim, at hindi ko na natandaan kung sino pa yung inuutos niya na isali. Pagkatapos doon, habang nandoon siya sa loob ng kwarto, narinig ng aking ina ang mga sinasabi niya. Pinatawagan niya, dinayal niya si Dayan. Sabi niya, kausapin mo si Dayan. Ikaw, sino yan, sir? Yung driver bodyguard daw ni Ma'am Laila. Yung driver bodyguard ni Ma'am Laila. Kasi para kami magkasinabot sa magkaintindihan sa gawing senaryo o salita doon sa Senado. Kasi kung nasubaybayan nyo yun, yung kay Dayan at yung sa akin, magkaiba ng date. Magkaiba ng pizza. Kaya sabi niya, mag-usap kayong dalawa, ayusin nyo yan. Kailangan magtugma ang mga pizza na nagkaroon ng tanggapan ng pera, drug money, sa dampa at sa mga lugar. Kasi nagkalanlain ang amuang istorya ni Dayan, Mr. Cherry.
Magkaiba ang inyong kwento.
So, kinausap kami sila yan. Nag-away pa kayo, naglalis pa mi. Inko, Dayan, tarungon tani kay kung masipya tani, patay na gyud tani, luoy kayo atong mga anak. So,
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Yes, Congressman Suarez.
Some of us are not as eloquent as you are when it comes to Bisaya. Maybe a colleague of ours can translate yung mga Bisaya terms na binanggit ni Kerwin para mas maintindihan po natin yung mga sinasabi niya dito po sa hearing.
Sige, ulitin mo ulit yung sinabi mo, Mr. Espinosa, at itatranslate ko.
Mr. Chair?
Tinawagan namin si Dayan kasi nahuli na si Dayan. Tinawagan namin ni General Bato sa panahon na yon. Tinawagan namin, tapos sabi ni General Bato, ayusin nyo ang statement, tarunga ang inyuhang statement nga magkatugma ang pizza at ang area kung saan nagkaroon ng pagbigay ng pera at pagtanggap ng pera. Kasi magkaiba ang aming sinasabi.
Sige, dahil magkaiba yung petsa at saka yung lugar ng kwento ni Kerwin at saka kwento ni ni Mr. Dayan, ang instruction sa kanila ni General Bato ay mag-usap sila para ayusin at magkatugma-tugma yung mga detalye ng kanilang narration. Sige.
Para
Mr.
daw-
Chair.
Clarification lang din.
Yes,
Mr. Chair.
Congressman VG.
Mr. Chair, I've noticed that the resource person mentioned Ching Biloso. That's the congressman. I understand that. But he also mentioned Richard Gomez. Is he referring Richard Gomez? And then he said another congressman, Richard. Is there another congressman? I mean, is there a third person? Or is just the same that, because at that time, Richard is still a mayor.
Hindi
So,
pa po, excuse me po, hindi pa po congressman si Mayor Richard noon. Panahon na yon. Mayor pa siya sa Ormoc.
So, two-person lang. Yung
Point of
sinabi mo
order,
kanina,
Mr. Chair.
Richard Gomez, that's the
Okay.
same person. Okay.
So, are you satisfied with the reply of Mr.
I think
Espinosa?
he's just referring to two persons, Ching Biloso as the congressman, and the referring of Richard, Congressman Richard, is the same as Mayor Richard Gomez, but he is still not a congressman at that time.
Sa katong panahon na dili pa siya congressman, si Congressman Richard. Mayor pa ng Ormoc.
Okay, thank
Di ba?
Okay.
Ikaw siguro mismo ikaw na basa nimo ang affidavit nga gipang papirmahan ni Joby sa mga tao nga nagtrabaho sa AMOA nga
Okay.
gipugos.
Mr. Chair.
Sige, you can, dire-diretso ka na lang. Please refrain from asking, you will have your time later unless a point of order is raised. And that is the only time that the chair will recognize you. If indeed it is a point of order. May I know what is the point of order, Congressman Abante?
First of all, I think that Mr. Espinosa should always address the chair before he speaks, and that he ought to let the congressman finish his statement first. So, may I also request, Mr. Chair, that before any questions can be asked, that Mr. Kerwin would be able to finish his narration.
Okay, let me remind again the members present that the ground rules that we have set for the Quadcom hearings is, number one, we cannot interrupt our resource persons. Number two, no interjections will be entertained. And number three, if you wish to interpolate and ask questions to our resource persons, please signify your intention by asking the COMSEC to write your name in the list. As of the moment, we have a list of those who wants to interpolate Mr. Espinosa pagkatapos po ng kanyang salaysay. So, we will now proceed. Please, mahaba pa ba yan, Mr. Espinosa?
Mahaba-haba po to kasi hanggang katapusan hanggang sa nagburol si Daddy. Yung nasa krami po ako, Mr. Chair.
Sige,
pero maiksi na lang to.
Sige, pakibilis mo lang at every time you will answer, you address the chair.
Yes.
Okay, sige. Maraming salamat.
Pasensya na po, Mr. Chair. Yun. Nag-usap kami ni Dayan, plinansya namin yung dapat naming sabihin sa Senado para magtugma ang mga lugar, pizza, at kung ano pa. At pagkatapos nun, kinausap ako ni Sir Bato. Yun na ang ilagay mo sa affidavit na kukunin ng mga PAO lawyer. So, after 2 days, nandoon na yung mga PAO lawyer. Kinuna na ako ng salaysay. kinunan ako ng salaysay at bago umalis si Sir Bato, sinabihan ako, ayusin mo ha kung ayaw mong may mangyari sa'yo. So, pagdaan ng 2 araw, pumunta ang mga PAO lawyer para kunin ang salaysay ko. So, kung ano yung instruction na sinasabi niya at yung nagkausap kami ni Dayan, yun ang sinabi ko sa salaysay ko. At ginawan ko na lang ng mga kwento para kapaniwala, paniwala. Pero walang katotohanan po yun lahat. So, natapos ako kinuna ng salaysay, nag-testify ako sa Senado, at yung nabanggit ko kanina nga, Ching Biloso, nakaharap ko rin, pati si Ma'am Laila. Para akong murakog matunaw nga muatubang nila, kay wala, dili man may kaila.
Para daw siyang matutunan no nagkaharap sila kasi hindi daw sila magkakilala.
Na ginawan ko sila ng mga kwento na isali sa kalakaran sa droga at mga protector. So, na-clear yung sinabi ko na hindi kasali si Mr. Ching Biloso, pati si Ma'am Laila lang talaga ang puruhan. Kasi yun naman talaga ang target nila na ipin down si Ma'am Laila. So after nun, binalik ako sa Senado. Pagkaraan ng 1 araw, nagtaka na lang ako, may dumating na pare at pinakumpisal ako. Gipakumpisal ko sa pare. So, pumunta kami sa usa ka kwarto, matong nangutana ko sa pare. Pader, ikaw ray ni ari para pakumpisalon ko nimo. Na dili request ni sa mga pulis nga pareon ko para pakumpisalon.
Okay, tinanong daw niya yung pare, no? Na kasi nagulat siya at meron dumating na pare. So, nagpunta raw sila sa isang kwarto, tinanong niya yung pare, Father, pinapunta ka ba dito? Ikaw ba yung pinapunta para magkumpisal ako?
So, kinabahan ako kasi kaming mga Bisaya, pag pinakumpisal ang isang tao, ang kasunod doon, mga minuto na lang, mamatay na. Samantalang malakas pa ako. So, nag-isip na ako. Isusunod na siguro ako nitong mga pulis na to sa nangyari sa papa ko. So, natapos yung pagkumpisal, bumalik naman yung mga PAO. Inayos naman yung testimonya ko sa Senado. Dinagdagan kasi may kulang daw at may mali-mali. Kasi sa una pa lang, pinatawagan na sa akin si Dayan denial ni General Bato si Dayan nga giingnan mi nga parihas ang amuang pizza o ang mga oras para aniwala. So, nauna na ako nga patay ko kay naisayop. Mao siguro ipakumpisal ko.
Sabi niya, kasi mayroong mali doon sa kanilang salaysay ni Ronnie Dayan, naisip daw niya na, naku, patay na ako kasi meron akong mali.
At yun, bumalik na naman ako ng Senado, nag-hearing ulit. Ang pinag-usapan naman ang pagpatay ng papa ko, ang mga involved. Mr. Chair, ang mga involved sila si Colonel Marcos, sila Raraga, Pero sa totoo lang, na ngayon, matagal na yun, tanggap ko na nangyayari yun. At alam ko naman, nagawa lang nila yon dahil may instruction, sa pagkaintindi ko sa akin sarili ha, may inutusan lang sila, instruction galing sa taas. Kasi magkaibigan kami ng mga pulis na yon eh. Siguro wala silang magawa dahil utos. Kaya nagawa nilang yung operation na yun na ipin down ang papa ko. Pero, Mr. Chair, please allow me to... Sir Marcos, Sir, pasensya na sa mga emosyon sa panahon nga pagkamatay sa kong papa, Sir. Nakarealize ko nga sa akong kaugalingon, kamong tanang involved sa operation ato, naka-realize ko nga nisunod rasugod siguro mo sa instruction sa taas ninyo.
Okay, dali lang. I-translate muna natin. So, ang sinasabi ni Mr. Espinosa, humingi siya ng dispensa kay Colonel Marcos.
Opo.
Dahil alam naman daw niya na sumusunod lang si Colonel Marcos doon sa mga superiors niya kung kaya nangyari yung sa papa niya. So sige, please continue.
So, tanggap naman natin kahit anong gawin ko pa, patay na yung papa ko. At ang hangad ko lang kung bakit ako nagpakita dito sa Quadcom, nagbaka sakali ako na makamit namin ang hustisya ng aking ama nung siya ay pinatay sa loob ng kulungan. So nagharap-harap kami nila Sir Marcos, nila Sir Laraga. Pero sa panahon na yon, nadala lang ako sa emotion. Kaya kung napansin nyo, iba ang pananalita ko. But I realized while nakapiit ako doon sa kulungan ng 7 taon, muntik pa akong namatay sa 7 taon na yon. Giatake ko, nakasinati ko og atake sa kolesterol.
Na inatake raw siya sa loob ng kulungan.
Kaya medyo kuan akong sinultian mo, pilit-pilit, kay tungod giatake man ko.
Kaya daw ganun yung kanyang salita. Medyo parang pilipit daw.
So, Mr. Chair, Sir Marcos, peace na tayo, sir. Naintindihan ko na yon pangyayari. Siguro, sa sariling opinion ko, you're just following an order. O may tao sa likod mo sa panahon na yon.
Mr. Chair, can we remind the resource person to address the chair on all the answers that you wanted to
Bago ka pumunta sa ibang tao dito, magpaalam ka muna dito sa
Opo.
Okay, tapos ka na ba?
Tapos
okay,
na.
Sige, okay. So now that he has already concluded his statements, meron ho tayong listahan ng gusto pong magtanong kay Mr. Espinosa.